Somebody between the years
not really
0 and 30 or 35 even. Somebody.
From Palestine? Sure. Paul.
Paul
Who
didn't
was
see
actually
Jesus.
born in Rome.
Paul saw
Roman
Jesus
citizen.
like you see Jesus in an apparition.
So Paul is a contemporary of Christ. Yes.
No, he was not.
How
Christ
do you know?
didn't exist. He didn't see Christ. He said he saw somebody who
He
claimed
didn't
to be
see
the brother
Christ.
of Christ. That's ridiculous.
Wait. He wasn't alive when Christ was alive?
No.
Huh?
No.
Huh?
No, Christ did not.
Whoa,
Christ did not exist. Christ did not
Wait,
exist.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
Do you
Yes.
read the Bible?
I read it. Well, the Bible's a book of fiction.
How old was Paul when he became a Christian? Christ
You
wasn't
say how
alive.
old was he or what year?
Wait. Was Paul?
Are you asking me how old he was or what year did he become a Christian?
How old was Paul? Was Paul born after Jesus died, or was he
No.
alive when Jesus was alive?
Paul was chasing Christians after Jesus died.
Chasing who?
Chasing Christians after Jesus died.
So wait a minute. So did he come out the womb chasing Christian, or was he already alive? Did he live for 20,
No,
30
he was
years?
he was a tyrannical police Gestapo kind of he was
don't
like one of these. He was like Heinrich Himmler. He was like Heinrich Himmler today in modern contemporary analogy.
Yeah, you're pivoting. Yeah, that's a red herring. So Jesus.
Oh, is it a red herring now? Oh, now
So,
what? Do you know what a red herring is? Because that certainly was not a red herring. It was an analogy.
Alive.
It was a comparison.
So Paul was alive during Jesus's life. He's a contemporary.
Not at all. Paul, how do you figure that Paul was alive during Jesus' life?
I'm alive during Obama, even though I never met Obama.
How do you figure that Paul was alive during Jesus' life? Considering that Jesus died.
Let me ask the question again. Let me
answer. Or let me ask you the question. Considering that Jesus died in the year 33, and what's his name?
Mm-hmm.
Saul had his little breakdown in maybe the year 40. Okay, so he had his breakdown after Jesus died. Hold on a second. Let me finish.
You're not getting it.
No, I don't care. I'm going to get my point. I'm going to get my point out, my friend. Thank you. Thank you for letting me get my point out. So the point here. Okay, so hold on a second. Just relax. So the point here is that Paul is born after Jesus died, and ultimately, Paul is born.
I need a citation for that. I need a citation for that.
You can get the citation after. Yes, let me finish making my point. Stop interrupting me, please. I'm asking you formally to stop interrupting me, please. So Paul is born after Jesus died. Sometime later, a couple of decades later, when Paul is working for the Pharisee police or whatever and chasing these Christian Jews, the fantasy or the fiction is that Paul was on his way to Damascus to get some of these Christian Jews because they were breaking the law by being Christian Jews, and he had a vision, an apparition where he says that Jesus came to him in an apparition, and so the story is now believed because he said so. Why don't you write a gospel if Jesus ever comes to you in an apparition? I'm sure he hasn't, because otherwise you would have written a gospel.
He doesn't have one. I need a citation for the idea that Paul was born after Jesus died.
Okay, well, I'll get you one. The fact is that when Paul wrote his epistles, it was approximately the year 50, which is 27 years after Jesus died. Okay, then Paul is writing his epistles.
Wait, your math is a little off.
No, my math is just fine. Thank you very much. Just fine. If you take the year 50 and then you take the year 33 when the alleged killing took place, that's 27 years difference, right? Thank you.
Your math is way off, buddy.
So, okay, how many years difference is it?
To solve the problem 50 minus 33 using long subtraction, we first put the largest number on top and the smallest number at the bottom like this. 4 minus 3 equals 1. And that's it. The problem with the answer is displayed below. 50 minus 33 equals 17.
But math is just fine, thank you very much. Just fine. If you take the year 50 and then you take the year 33 when the alleged killing took place, that's 27 years difference, right? Thank you.
Your math is way off, buddy.
So, okay, how many years difference is it? How many years difference?
I can help you with that. I'm a math teacher. 17, sir. So Paul was 17 when he wrote about Jesus?
No.
You saying Jesus? You
listen
said Paul
to me.
was
Stop
born.
it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop being.
Wait.
Stop
You
being.
said Paul.
Stop
You had
being.
your chance.
Stop
You had
being.
your
Stop
chance. Let me
trying.
respond.
Stop trying
You
to
said
place.
Paul
Stop.
was born.
Stop trying to be smart with me, okay?
Now you
Please.
want to cut me off.
You asked me a question. You asked me a question. I'm going to fucking answer it, okay? Stop. Just stop trying to be a Mr. Batman
caught,
with
buddy.
me.
You're caught in your line. Go ahead.
Stop being a filibuster, Mr. Batman. When Paul started writing his epistles to the Galatians, etc., he had been traveling for about 20 years. Apparently, 20 years. So he did not see any Paul or any Jesus in his lifetime. All he saw was somebody who said he was the brother of Jesus, but nobody else saw this brother of Jesus or wrote any account of this brother of Jesus, which is pretty weird. If, hey, this is my brother, I'm the brother of Jesus. Well, everybody else must know Jesus, but apparently no one else did. So that's my point. My point was that Jesus did not exist. Nobody ever saw Jesus, ever. So how do you defend that?
Okay, my turn to speak now. Now, your claim was that Paul was born after Jesus died. Can you show me any historical writings, anything on Wikipedia I'll even accept, that would substantiate Paul was born in around 33, 34, 35, 36 AD?
Let's see.
Can you show me that?
Sure.
Anywhere in history? Any historian on the planet, any scholar, anyone, something. I don't care if it's in a Mickey Mouse, Dr. Seuss book. Show me any book on the planet that would suggest that Paul was born in the 30s and then began his ministry in the 50s,
Paul the
20
Apostle.
years later.
There we go. Paul the Apostle.
Yeah, show me that, please.
Just hold on. I have a very slow computer.
You have a very slow. A lot of things that are slow.
Okay. All right. Here it is. Paul was born. So he's about the same age as Jesus. He was born in the year 5, and he died.
So is Paul,
hold on. Just wait. Just stop. Stop it. I am going to mute you, Jill. If you stop. If you keep on butting me in. Okay. I'm not finished. Just let me finish.
I'll let the chat answer.
All right. Fair enough. So he was born in roughly around the year 5, and he died roughly around the year, say, 67. So he was 64 years old when he died. Okay. So in the year 50, he was 14 years. In the year 50, he was roughly 50 years old.
Okay, so was Paul a contemporary of Jesus?
Who didn't? If he was, yes, but he didn't see Jesus.
Okay, thank you.
But he didn't.
That's all I needed to.
The thing is, he didn't see Jesus.
I didn't see Obama. I'm still a contemporary.
No, now you're being silly. He didn't see Jesus. You know he didn't see Jesus. I'm sorry. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Yes, you. Now you're being dishonest, and I'm getting rather annoyed with your dishonesty.
You're getting rather defeated. Show me.
You're being very dishonest.
Show me evidence.
A typical Christian is dishonest when he gets caught in a trap. You are now caught in a trap, and instead of admitting defeat and saying yes, you're right because I'm wrong, you take and being a gentleman about it, being a sportsman about it. No, you've got to stand by your Christian values, which are very, 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 which are very obstinate and very stubborn and very disingenuous and very dishonest. Jill, you know what? We're done. You can't talk about anything. You're not a very good interlocutor. You're actually quite deceptive, and I think that you are one big liar.
Yeah, go ahead and kick.
What is the earliest recorded reports of the resurrection? Can you take us from the cross to Paul's conversion through his first 2 trips to Jerusalem?
Right. Well, you know, Kevin, that is the single most important segment of what I call the timeline from the cross all the way to the Gospel of John. The cross to the Gospel of John would be about 65 years, 30 to about 95 AD. Let's just take that first section. If you put the cross here, now a couple different dates are given, but by far the most popular date's 30 AD. But that's almost irrelevant. What we call that date is not important. Crucifixion, and immediately after the crucifixion. Some scholars think it's the same year as the crucifixion. If you think of it this way, the crucifixion we know, unlike Christmas, we know the time of the year it is, and crucifixion happens in the spring. Those who think that that earliest creed of 1 Corinthians 15, 3-7, and it could be more than one creed attached, it could be a couple of them strung out, but those who think that that creed is only a few months later, which is a popular option, it could still be that same year. If you're crucified in spring, you'd have 9 months, 8 months minimum, to get that creed out by December. So here's crucifixion. That first creed is going to be so close. And I'm reminded that Bart Ehrman, the atheist New Testament scholar, we cite him so much because he's very free about reporting the data we know. And he said, maybe every single creed Paul quotes, and that could be over a dozen, just Paul alone. He says all these little tiny snippets of information that are oral creeds that Paul records, he says they all could have been around before Paul was converted.
Put it this way. If you reject Christ, then the moment you take your first step through the gates of hell, the only thing you will hear is all of creation standing to its feet and applauding and praising God because God has rid the earth of you.
I take full responsibility for my going to hell.